Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jaina. I love reading books, I love Formula One, and I love so many other things, and I can't wait to share so much more on this channel. But for today, we're going to be talking about, I say we, I mean I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I wish I could just, go back in time and reread for the first time. So let's just jump right into it. First book we have is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Now look, I love this book, and I very much wish I could go back and read it for the first time again, but there is another book by her that I absolutely adore and that I don't own, which is it's so stupid, honestly, because why don't I own the book that I absolutely adore? Which is Beach Read, right? However, Book Lovers is also very good, and I honestly loved it so much. I mean, as you can see, I really went to town with annotating. This was the first time that I literally annotated the shit out of a book, and it was a good one. If you have not read any Emily Henry book, what are you doing? It's so wholesome. Her writing is beautiful, and definitely wish I could go back in time and reread this. The second book is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This was a staple, not a staple, but I mean it was a book that I read in my, I guess, your formative teenage years, like in high school. And it was such a hyped up book back then because the movies were great, the book series is amazing. I just was rewatching the movies, and it just made me want to reread this so badly, but also for the first time ever. And there's just something, I think, wholesome about it. I mean as wholesome as The Hunger Games can get, because I mean everybody dies. I mean, spoiler alert, if you haven't read it, I'm sure by now you would have read it or either watched the movies, but as wholesome as it can get, it's still such a good read, and I definitely want to reread it, even though it won't be for the first time. I mean, rereading is not reading it for the first time, but I want to reread it because I miss it so much. And as I said, after watching the movie, I was watching Catching Fire the other day, and I was just like, wow, what a masterpiece. Suzanne Collins really did that. She wrote the Hunger Games trilogy and was like, right, I'm out of here, I am done. I will not be writing any more books, because what a masterpiece. Honestly, I think when back in the day, I say back in the day, when I was in high school, I think literally everybody read this book, and I know a lot of people who have loved the Hunger Games, who love the Hunger Games, who have been rereading it. And if you haven't read it, definitely give it a go. I mean, it is a YA, so it might not be something that appeals to you at this age, but I mean, if you are in your teenage years, definitely give it a go, because it's really good, and it's just brilliant. Honestly, it's just brilliant. The next book is Divergent by Veronica Roth, again a book that I read during high school and was completely obsessed with it, so obsessed. This is just bringing back so many memories. And what's also so funny, so my sister and I would share books, we would buy books, and we would obviously share them, right? And we got into this habit, I'm not sure if you can see, but we got into this habit, I say we, mainly her, and then I guess I fell into the habit, well, back then, I don't do it anymore, of putting contact on the books to keep them nice and in good condition. Although I mean the spine is cracked, I'm not very fussy about that. I know some people are fussy about that, but I'm not. And I mean, it has also gotten a bit yellow, but that's what I love about old books as well. I absolutely love that. Anyways, I am going off track. Divergent, this entire series, the movies, again, I genuinely don't know why we don't get books to movie adaptations, really good ones. We hardly get any good ones anymore. Honestly, from like, I don't know when the movie and the books were released, but I guess early 2010, not early 2010, but I mean, you know, like 2015. No, it would have been like 2013, 24. I'm not sure. Like, why don't we get anything like that anymore? Because I will still go and watch the movies because they're that good. Like, I don't, for me personally though, I would say like the Hunger Games book to movie adaptation was the best, and then Divergent is close second, because I didn't really enjoy the last couple movies. Kind of weird. I liked the first one because it's like with Theo James, everything about it I absolutely loved. I loved the series. Like, again, like, if you haven't read it, definitely give it a go, especially if you're in your teenage years. Give it a go, because it is YA again, and I know YA is not everybody's cup of tea, especially if you're like at my age or a little bit older, and like, you know, it sometimes doesn't appeal to you anymore. But definitely give it a go because it's very good. Like, I honestly, why don't they make books like this anymore? I mean, they probably are, and I just don't read them. But more like, I mean, from book to movie adaptation, we hardly get like really good ones anymore. Usually it's always trash. Like, it's just trash. Is that just me? Because it is trash. It's definitely trash. But definitely give this a go. I wish I could reread the series again for the first time. Like, honestly, I am gonna reread it sometime soon. I don't know when, but I would love to reread it for the first time ever, and just to like see how it made me feel for the first time, you know. The next book is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I have seen this book literally all over Bookstagram and TikTok and YouTube, and never thought of reading it. Jonathan Ball Publishers kindly gifted this review copy to me, and actually I was pleasantly surprised. Like, if you have not read any Beth O'Leary books, definitely give it a go, because I have another book of hers in the pile. Definitely give it a go. I very much enjoyed it, and was not at all what I expected, because I've seen a lot of people talk about it, just didn't think it was going to be what it was, if that makes sense. It was a pleasant surprise, and it definitely holds a special place in my heart. It was just so cute, and I think I also very much liked the writing style of it, and like how yeah, just how Beth wrote, and just the details, and how raw, like the characters, just the characters. I think I really fell in love with the characters. I think sorry, names are not good. I'm not good with names. So it's Tiffy and Leo. No, Tiffy and Leon. I really did fall in love with them, and especially Leon. They're just both of them are so cute. But definitely would 100% wish I could go back in time and read this book for the first time, because it's brilliant. And then I know, like, a lot of, as much as I say, like, I've seen people like talk about it on like the social platforms and stuff, but it hasn't really gotten the hype as some other books have. I just wish this did, because it deserves it. It truly deserves it. Like, I'm the type of person that enjoys books that, yes, I like it when it's fluffy and stuff, but not too much sometimes. Like, I have to be in the mood for that. But I also like it when it's so emotional and like true to like as true as a book can get to real life, and just the emotions and thoughts and feelings and just everything about it. I think this is what that book is like Beth O'Leary and Emily Henry. I think they do those things perfect. The next book is Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. This book as well, the series, the Netflix series. I love these characters so much. Oh, it's just, I mean, I will admit, I have no idea what happened in Six of Crows. I have no idea. Crooked Kingdom, slight idea. I did also read it a while back, so I don't fully remember everything. Also need to reread them. But it's something I definitely wish I could reread for the first time, like without knowing anything that happens in the books or whatever, you know. Like, I would want to reread it from scratch. But maybe for when I do reread it, it'll probably be that again, because I don't know what I read, especially in Six of Crows. Like I say, I love it. I do love I love the characters. Like, don't get me, I love the crows. I love the crows. I've fallen in love with them. I will always love them. But it's just like certain parts of the book, I don't know what I read. Like, I genuinely don't know what I read. But we will see when I reread it sometime. I don't know when, but I do want to reread it. Definitely give this a go as well. It's also YA again. I definitely love these characters, and I loved how complex each character was. And just, yeah, Lee Bardugo is brilliant. Also, to be able to juggle between so many different characters and tell it from different characters' point of views was brilliant. And I don't really know that many authors that are able to do that, because it's not just like a dual POV. It was multiple. I think there was like five or six point of views, and that is insane. But definitely, oh, this book is just chef's kiss as well. Next book is another one by Beth O'Leary, which is The No Show. Now again, I was gifted this by Jonathan Ball Publishers. Didn't really know what this book was about, just knew Beth O'Leary. Okay, cool. I read the flat share. I was like, okay, cool, it'll be good. I don't know what it's about. I like going into books without not knowing much, because I don't want to know other people's opinions like too in depth, or what the book is about. I like to figure out these things myself. And yeah, I again pleasantly surprised. Breaks my heart a lot. Didn't expect it to end the way that it did. Thinking about it is giving me goosebumps, and it makes me want to cry, because there was this one character that really deserved so much more, and I'm so upset that she didn't get that. I don't know. I also do wish I could reread this for the first time. Like, yeah, it's a good book. It's really a good book, and again, it's another book that didn't get the hype that it deserves. And if you haven't read it, like, I will go on and on about this book, about Beth O'Leary books, because I mean, it's gold. These books are brilliantly written again. The storytelling, and it just kept me guessing, and I didn't know what was gonna happen, and just, yeah, but absolutely adored this. Wish I could go back in time and reread it, like, for the first time. Loved it. And the last book is Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola, by the way. This book. Firstly, Malachi in this book. Oh my days. I'm in love with him. He is incredible. Again, just, this book was brilliant. I wish I could go back and reread it for the first time ever. It did take me a while to get in. Like, after 100 pages it started flowing, but it's just, this book was amazing. Again, such complex characters about real problems that people have in relationships, or just in general, like with yourself, or with its platonic relationships, with romantic relationships, and just a relationship with yourself as well, you know. I just honestly wish this also got the hype. It truly, I'm just upset that it didn't. I loved it so much. Like, I loved it so much, and I am a sucker for books that really take you on this emotional roller coaster of a ride, that have characters that are complex, yet they find their way, they figure things out, and I love that. I love reading books like that. I love reading books that make me cry, but also that make me laugh and make me swoon and make me feel like all giggly at times, you know. Definitely give it a go if you haven't read it. It's amazing. And I don't know, I really genuinely do wish I could go back in time and reread this for the first time, because it was that good. I really loved it. That is all. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Let's talk, let's like engage, let's like have a discussion about any books that you've read that I mentioned, or any other books that you wish to, that you could go back in time and reread for the first time. And yeah, thank you if you have watched till the end. I'm so excited to share more on this YouTube channel. That is all for now, and bye. See you soon.